Big Smoke didn't just want to get rich. His plan was all about power, control, and manipulation. On the surface, it seemed like he was after money, but if you dig deeper, you can see that he wanted much more. He became a puppet master, betraying his childhood friends and orchestrating a plan to cut out everyone, including Officer Tenpenny and the Loco Syndicate, so he could have it all for himself. It's important to look at how he manipulated people. He pulled guys like OG Loc into his schemes, making Loc believe that Big Smoke had his best interests at heart. He hyped him up, telling him he could be a rap star and a real gangster, but underneath it all, Smoke was mocking him, pushing Loc into a lifestyle he wasn't meant for. This became especially clear when Smoke appeared on Laszlo's talk show, Entertaining America, on West Coast Talk Radio.
Well, I assure you, OG Loc is the real thing. He's hated women all his life. He's sold drugs to school children. He's murdered innocent people just for kicks. But he rhymes like an angel.
He even laundered drug money to fund OG Loc's rap career, all while building his criminal empire. By promoting gangster rap, Big Smoke made himself seem almost godlike to those following OG Loc and the Grove Street family story, which had become a heavily followed narrative on the radio.
What is this Ballas and Grove Street bull crap all about? You boys should get along. Find yourself a nice girl each, or a horse or something, and start doing something more creative, like mindlessly procreating.
Radio Los Santos is Julio G. I'm gonna tell you something else I'm hearing off the street. Grove Street family, they're on their way back up in a big way. They took over the whole neighborhood. Now they're cleaning the whole shit up. They ain't playing, man. I'm really glad to hear that. Gannon and East LS, they're both seeing some major gang activity. So y'all be careful out there and chill out, fools. It ain't really that important. Y'all be cool.
Big Smoke was the second in command of the Grove Street families, a prominent street gang deeply rooted in the criminal landscape of Los Santos. The Grove Street families controlled the Ganton neighborhood, but by 1987, the gang was in decline, hit hard by the drug epidemic and the mental breakdown of key members like Big Bear and Beat Up. Seeing the gang crumble, Big Smoke took matters into his own hands. But instead of rebuilding, he secretly plotted with corrupt cops and rival gangs, betraying his childhood friends to ensure his rise to power. And remember, clothing plays a crucial role in San Andreas, with colors holding significant meaning throughout the game. This is based on the real-life style of Los Angeles' Bloods and Crip gangs, where different colors represent different affiliations and identities. Big Smoke continued to wear the traditional green color, even though he betrayed the Grove Street families. This wouldn't be the same for members like Little Weasel or Beat Up, who joined the rival gang, the Kilo Tre Ballers. The belief that he wanted to join the Ballers is a misconception. He's actually focused on taking control of the families and gaining power. So if Sweet happened to be killed off, then Big Smoke would be next in line to lead the family's gang. So Big Smoke's choice to wear green clothing is just a calculated move to assert his dominance over the Grove Street families. Big Smoke made several attempts on Sweet's life, exploiting Sweet's grief over his mother's death. Knowing that he had become weak over little Brian and that his mother would be the nail in the coffin, it's likely that Big Smoke's plan was to carry out the drive-by shooting first, with the expectation that if Sweet managed to escape, he would eventually head to the Johnson house. Big Smoke anticipated that Sweet would go to the Johnson family home, a place filled with childhood memories, just as CJ had done before. Each failure revealed more of his schemes, uncovering just how deeply deceitful he truly was. He would also target those who worked with him to build his drug empire. He broke down Beat Up mentally, using fear and threats to destroy his sense of self.
I'm sorry, dog. Huh? Smoke's fucking crazy. He paranoid. Just sit in the house thinking other fools want his business.
Where's Smoke?
I can't tell you that.
Then I'll snatch your fucking tongue out.
I ain't saying nothing, homie, cause I don't know. Only his lieutenants know where he at.
I'll wet your shirt anyway.
Under Smoke's pressure, Beat Up became heartless, losing any empathy he had left. Smoke didn't care about the damage he caused. He only cared about maintaining control over everyone and everything. Beat Up, who was once considered a close friend to Big Smoke, was now twisted into a monster, enforcing Smoke's will without question. The psychological abuse Beat Up suffered turned him into a slave master and violently carrying out Smoke's orders. The darkest part of Big Smoke's plan was how he turned CJ into a pawn, running errands that fueled the same drug trade responsible for his mother's death. Big Smoke also knew he couldn't control all the gang members in the Grove Street families, so he let them get hooked on drugs, turning them into slaves to their addiction. These gang members would do anything for another hit, including doing Big Smoke's dirty work. This created a vicious cycle, where gang members bought from dealers under Smoke's empire, funneling all the money back to him and Tenpenny. But Smoke had a bigger plan. He would cut Tenpenny out eventually. His crack den became a hub for all the major gangs in the city, showing how Smoke planned to outsmart Tenpenny and make himself the ultimate kingpin of Los Santos.
Man, you and Tenpenny. And fuck Tenpenny, and fuck his Polish lapdog, and fuck the police, man. Oh, that's old shit. Look at you, you got the whole world. I ain't got no regrets, man.
Smoke, you had.
I made it, CJ. I'm a success. I can't be touched. I don't give a fuck. Fuck the whole world.
What happened to you, man?
Man, what the fuck do you care? I guess we better do this shit then.
At first, I thought Big Smoke was using religious manipulation to attempt to control CJ, quoting what seemed like Bible verses to assert his authority. It appeared like Smoke was trying to present himself as a source of spiritual wisdom, pressuring CJ to follow his plans by appearing righteous. But after looking deeper, I realized Smoke wasn't quoting the Bible at all. He had adopted the teachings of the Epsilon program, which is a fictional cult in the GTA universe. The Epsilon program presents itself as a spiritual movement, but is notorious for brainwashing followers with absurd beliefs and exploiting them for personal gain.
Let's go to the phones.
Yeah, Laszlo, I really love to make out with hot chicks in church.
Perfect. Join us. We've put a price on salvation, and it's a price worth paying, believe me. Join the Epsilon group.
Chris, stop trying to recruit people.
Listen, join us. Lie with 9 new partners a week. It explains everything.
But to be clear, Big Smoke was using religious language to persuade others into doing his bidding or to distract them by presenting his actions as morally righteous.
If you read the book, that's the way of the world, baby.
Yeah, but you know you gotta keep it real.
I admire you, Carl. You're a leader, a visionary. Remember me when you get to the top.
This could also explain why his car is that light blue color, symbolizing his allegiance to the cult he follows. For Big Smoke, joining the Epsilon program served a few reasons. First, it allowed him to rationalize his pursuit of wealth and power as part of a spiritual journey. But more importantly, it gave him a way to launder money, disguising his illegal earnings as donations to the cult. When you take a closer look at how Big Smoke made his money, from the rap industry and Epsilon program to the drug trade and his army of green slaves, it becomes clear just how intelligent and ruthless he truly was. He didn't even hesitate to risk his own life in his quest to become a legend in the criminal underworld. Big Smoke is a genius with a strong sense of narcissism and a profound lack of empathy for others, including himself. This combination makes him one of the most vile characters in the Grand Theft Auto series. But if you think Big Smoke is intense, wait until you hear about Eddie Lowe.
I got caught up in the money, the power. I don't give a shit. Oh, fuck, man.
Why you just didn't quit, man? We was like family, homie.
I had no choice. I had to do it. I just see the opportunity of when I'm gone, everyone gonna remember my name. Big Smoke. Oh.